Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Quaint. Today's topic of discussion is Clomid for infertility. There may be different reasons for infertility, but if the issue is anovulation means the absence of ovulation, that is termed as anovulation in medical sciences. An absence of ovulation, that means ovulation is not occurring regularly. In that case, if doctors identify this issue, in that case Clomid is prescribed. Clomid, this is also known as Clomiphene Citrate, and this is advised by the doctors to take for consecutive 5 days. The starting day is early in the menstrual cycle, that is from in between day 3 and day 7, either in between day 3 and day 7 or in between day 5 and day 9. Anyway, so question is how Clomid works actually. Clomid fools the brain and that way it works. So how? Clomid is a selective estrogen receptor modulator, or in short this is called ACRM, selective estrogen receptor modulator. So it blocks the estrogen receptors in the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a part of our brain which controls the hormone signals. So what is done by Clomid? This blocks the estrogen receptors, and this way the brain is fooled into thinking that estrogen levels are low. So therefore what it does? Therefore the brain sends signal to the pituitary gland to release more FSH and LH. FSH means follicle stimulating hormone and LH means luteinizing hormone. So since the brain is fooled this way because the estrogen receptors are blocked by the Clomid. So the brain sends signals to the pituitary gland to release more FSH and LH. And these FSH and LH, they actually work. They actually stimulate the ovaries. 2 ovaries are there, that's why 2 ovaries are there. So these hormones stimulate the ovaries to mature an egg and eventually trigger the ovulation. So ovulation occurs. And this is recommended by doctors. Of course, this medication you should take under medical supervision. Without talking to a doctor, without the permission of a doctor, you should not use this. You should not use this medication. Just by watching YouTube videos, you are using because you are suffering from infertility, and just by knowing the name of the medication, Clomid, you don't do that thing. Always consult a doctor before taking such medications. Anyway, so I was talking about when it is recommended, when you need to take this medication. So this medication is prescribed for consecutive 5 days, means without any gap. Each day you have to take 1 pill. Each day you have to take 1 pill. And early in the menstrual cycle, this is recommended. That means either in between day 3 and day 7. So from day 3 to day 7, how many days are there? 5 days are there. Or in between day 5 and day 9. There also 5 days are there. And ovulation normally occurs 5 to 10 days after the last pill. And if you if you want to know effectiveness, so in case of 80% women, we get success. In case of 80%, not 100%. But in many cases, in the first cycle, ovulation does not occur. Multiple cycles are required. For many women, multiple cycles are required, and for few women, multiple cycles along with other treatments required for the same problem. So, and of course there are side effects like bloating, hot flashes, okay, headaches, again in special cases multiple pregnancies. So these are the side effects. Though this medication is actually safe, but always, though it is safe, that doesn't mean that you should take yourself. Okay, and always do this thing under the supervision of a doctor. Okay, and what? So 80% effectiveness is there. And one more thing, ovulation occurs, but timing intercourse is required. That is necessary. Ovulation occurs, that's fine. And ovulation is monitored by doctors. Not only that, ovulation is monitored by doctors by using either ultrasound or ovulation kits are available. By using those things, doctors monitor the ovulation. That means whether ovulation has occurred or not. Okay. Anyway, so this was all about today's topic. So you can see that here the Clomid medication doesn't directly affect the ovaries, doesn't directly stimulate the ovaries. It actually fools our brain, means women's brain, not my brain. It fools the women's brain, and therefore you know the fact. How does it actually work? Anyway, so this was all about today's topic, and if you like this video, so in that case share and subscribe. This is the end of this video. See you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video.